One TV special report.
And then sa concern ni Sir about sa kung kaya ba sa ato ang PNP if ever malift ang curfew. And I am very confident na kaya sa ato ang PNP. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Albi. We'll now proceed to Sir Dondon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Ngayong hapon tanan. First is, I would like to congratulate all the achievements sa ato ang PNP, sir. It has just been manifested by Sir Kerwin C. In consonant sa gipahayag sa ni Konsehal Katkatim kabahin sa aning issue sa pagkuha na to sa curfew. We have to understand nga peace and order is not just sa police, no? Gani na-appreciate na to ang gipahayag ni Konsehal Canlas nga diha sa mga barangayan lahi ang dagway, no? Kay tingkawat ug manok kuno na mga orasa na mga gabi na kayo tamas kadlawon. Yes, that's why naa ang kita tanan ri stakeholders mangutana, no? We have a role sa ato ang pag-maintain sa peace and order. That's why nakita na to karon nga naay impact ang pag-implement sa curfew diri sa atong syudad. However, na-impact sa economic activity, no? Because as manifested by Sir Kerwin nga medyo ang sales na to or ang market na to, no, is to paingon sa laing lugar, no? But then at the end of the day, na magutay reward, no? Nga to ang apprehension sa mga drug personalities nga tong gi-enjoy karon, no, nga peace and order sa atong syudad is that's a very good performance, no, sa nga isa na sa mga impact magud sa o resulta sa atong strict implementation sa atong curfew. That's why I would go for siguro katong gipadayag bitaw kanina nga ma-modify lang siya, then selective siya dayon. On top of it, we have to grasp, no, nga ato aning responsibility. Kay bisan kami si PNP kung naay mga apprehensions or kung naay mga mahitabo diha sa nga lampas na sa curfew hours, kami magitawagon yun, no, kung may mga aksidente. So naay may responsibility. How much more si barangay nga kada mga tawhana nga ma-involve sa mga aksidente, taga barangay ra bagina, no? So kana lang, Mr. Chair, akong i-share. Thank you very much.
So, we might need a report about that from our police later on, no, para madiktihan sa ito, Mayor. As of now, we'll need a resolution recommending to the Mayor, di sa no? We'll have to receive reports from the police sa recommendation, and we'll talk it with the Mayor about that lifting of curfew. Qualified lifting of curfew, dili lang whole Samis. So depende sa we'll ask Can last also to make a short report about the circumstances in the rural barangays, no? Ang bahin sa curfew para take into consideration sa Mayor in making a decision. Para sa Council will make an ordinance about that kung sa recommendation sa POC. Okay? Okay sa POC members? Okay mo na? Sabot? We'll discuss with the Mayor about that. And then we'll come up with the recommendation next POC meeting. Or the council could enact ordinance on that. As soon as we have the report from the PNP, from the ABC Federation, Honorable Canlas, no? Honorable Bisito, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. With that, Mr. Chair, probably I could make a formal request, a resolution recommending to amend the curfew hours for adults and maintaining for the minors so that the mayor could have it review, Mr. Chair. I make it official.
So make your resolution official.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Styling.
On joint motion.
Your motion.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Your filing on joint motion.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So it does not need a second kay joint motion man.
Okay.
All members of the
Definitely.
POC, you have any comments to that? There's a resolution being recommended, joint motion, recommending to the Mayor the lifting of curfew for adults only, no? Qualified lifting No. So we'll have to consider also the sentiment of Honorable Canlas. Not all barangays. So we'll specify later on in your motion what barangays. No?
Yes, Mr. Including the motion and recommendation of the Honorable Canlas, Mr. Chair.
So that's the recommendation to the mayor, recommending qualified deputy of the copy are urban barangays only,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
excluding the rural barangays. But we have to specify the barangay, no, in our discussion with the mayor. No? Okay?
Thank you, Mr.
So any
Chair.
objections, remarks, observation, comments, Chairperson, you have comments? Please give microphone to Chairperson.
Hello. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, and to everyone in this hall. And I am Pershing Tanqueto Jr. of Osami City Chamber of Commerce. I would like to give my opinion. The ordinance on curfew was created because we don't want the minors to go out beyond 10 o'clock, and even the adults to go home after 12. Kay kung naamay baligya pa nga para sa adult nga imnanan, kinanglan undamo naman na by 12 o'clock, patabunan mga so imo na ang balaod. So in my opinion, okay ra, we will lift the curfew hours provided na magbantay ka punta na ang lifting of the curfew hours kining minors basin maghunaw na sila na ato magitolerate mo gawas sila mo ato na inon mo lampas sa balaod ba nga ang minors maski unsang panahon na sa adlaw kay tungod minor sila di sila pwede mo inom, di ba? Kay basin hunaw na sila na wala may curfew, so basin mo pasagad sila kadto sa mga bar or mga imnanan kay dito sila mag-inom. Only siguro kung malifted ang atong curfew, kaya ang adults ra siguro matolerated na ma-allowed mo inom. But for the minors, I would strongly suggest na retain gyapon na sila mo bawal na mo inom kay mao magbalaod nga minors should not be intoxicated.
Yes, sir. You are right. The motion is qualified, not including the minors, only for the adults, and qualifying also the barangays involved, urban barangays only, not including the remote barangays. So, your opinion will not be an objection to the motion, the resolution being raised by opposition. Di na objection kay okay man ka because the motion excludes the minors in the lifting of the curfew hour. Okay? So, Honorable Lim?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ako lang sad pong i-add sa para kang Mr. Tanqueto, no? Tanan na tong mga nag-serve og alcohol is labinag ka ng duol sa eskwelahan, moagi gyud sa amua og approval for special use permit, and ginaingnan jud na sila nga mga og ID para dili og labi na sa mga tanan. National law naman jud na nga pangayuan og ID ang mga mopalit og napod sa balaod na nato nga maski pag dili ting alas 10 sa gabi taman alas 4 sa buntag dili jud pwede paimno nato ang mga minors para kani nga information para po ni nga malamdagan ka nga makampanti ka nga naatay balaod pod para ana. Thank you.
Yes, let it be known that minors are not allowed to drink here in our city sa atong mga restaurants, atong mga negosyante allowed to serve liquors. Naagi sa ordinance, dili allowed to minors. Their violation might lead them to the closure of their permit to operate and to serve, to sell and to serve. Because we have ordinance for SUP, special use permit. In fact, tomorrow we'll have a public hearing on 3 applications for SUP, special use permits. Kaya na ay maimnanan nga doon sa residential area, na mga mga isorbo sa atong mga residents. So we need nga ang masintin ay consent na okay ra na nga nag-inom sa doon sa mga lugar, essential, we have the consent. Unang, we ensure nga ang atong mga businesses which sells and serves liquor within their premises ma-regulate good for the benefits of our residents of San City. Nga wala agad mga objections nga makita. So, Chairperson, we don't allow minors to drink in this
Lastly,
area.
point of clarification lang. Only the adults are allowed to go out. No restriction, no curfew hour for adults. But for the minors, nagyapon.
Wala, of course.
Abot na sa 10 o'clock yapon minors.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's clarified, I hope. So, we have ample discussion sa usa lang ka report no sa police. Yeah, we still have 6 instances of report. Nanadugay sa discussion sa queries. So, we'll try to limit our queries direct to the point para di malangan. So, thank you, Sir Harvey. We now proceed to the presentation of updates, Office and Orders in City sa atong Armed Forces of the Philippines. Updates on the Office and Order. Who will report? Sir, you will have the presentation.
So, my presentation will follow the sequence, beginning with operational updates, and lastly, the significant accomplishments. Next. On operational updates, this is the location of our patrol base here in Nosamis, Patrol Base Montol. This patrol base secures the hinterlands and boundaries of 3 municipalities, which are the City of Misamis, Municipality of Clarin, and Don Victoriano Chongbian. Next. Similarly, the unit conducted a total of 32 patrols here in Osami City in this first quarter of 2026. These operations were undertaken to ensure continuous presence in the key areas and support the sustainment of internal peace and security within the unit's areas of responsibility. Next. On peace and security efforts, Guerrilla Front Sendong, or the last guerrilla front under the Western Mineral Regional Party Committee, was officially declared dismantled through JPSCC Resolution Number 01-2024, dated 03 March 2024. The most probable cause of action for the enemy is to seek assistance from the adjacent regional party committees and to attempt to reestablish its mass base. To counter this, the Mobile Community Support Sustainment Program, or the MCCSP, was formulated to sustain the unit gains and prevent enemy recovery efforts through the deployment of mobile community support sustainment teams in identified focus areas, thereby ensuring the continued functionality of the Integrated Territorial Defense, or the ITDS. MCCSP teams will facilitate a series of capacity building activities and orientation for barangay-based institutions to enhance their operational effectiveness and community engagement. The DILG will lead discussion on barangay operations, focusing on the vital roles of TANODs, Bantay Bayan or DCPOs, and Barangay Ronda in strengthening community security and coordination. In support of PNP Local Police Anti-Criminality Campaign, lectures will be conducted covering topics such as arrests and searches, human rights, Bill of Rights, common crimes, special laws, and checkpoint operations to ensure proper law enforcement procedures and legal compliance. Likewise, the City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office will conduct training for Barangay Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Committees on disaster preparedness, disaster response, and rescue operation. Furthermore, the FIDEA, or the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, will deliver lectures on the anti-illegal drug abuse campaign to raise awareness and strengthen community involvement in combating illegal drug activities. Similarly, the MCCSP teams will carry out several activities including area clearing operation and security patrols to ensure community safety. As a part of their efforts to strengthen local governance, the teams will participate in Barangay Peace and Order Council meetings where the agenda will focus on the barangay local integrated safety and security system concept or the BLIS concept, barangay security measures, first aid, disaster preparedness and response, anti-criminality campaign, anti-illegal drug abuse campaign. The teams, in coordination with partner agencies such as TESDA, DTI, DOLE, and DSWD, will facilitate capacity building trainings to be conducted by the agency for people organizations and community in MCSSP emerged barangays. These activities will aim to enhance the skills, knowledge, and active participation of community members in local development and peace-building efforts. Next. For units' significant accomplishments, next. First is the discovery of an enemy armed cache in situ Basalan, Barangay Lalud, Don Victoriano, Chongbean, Misamis Occidental, which resulted in the capture of 3 AK-47, CS rifle, 12 AK magazines, and 120 rounds of ammunition. Next. Second is another discovery of an enemy armed cache in situ Kapihan, Barangay Gala, Tudela, Misamis Occidental on 24 August 2025, which resulted in the capture of 1 M16 rifle, 4 AK-47 CS rifle, and 12 AK magazine. Next. And lastly, discovery of enemy armed cache in situ Bampil, Barangay Bagnayan, Concepcion, Misamis Occidental on 23 September 2025, which resulted in the capture of 1 AK-47 CS rifle and 3 AK magazines. And that's end my presentation. Thank you and good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Permanent Chair, we know, sir, that Mr. Occidental, we are now insurgency-free, being cleared last year, December last year, by the original President of the Philippines, who came here to declare us as insurgency-free. Now, your report includes discovery of enemy firearms. Kasi so, does it mean that there are no attempts of a comeback by these insurgency people in our province? And if there is, what procedures, what are the measures that we have undergone, sir, so far to combat these comeback attempts? Sir, please proceed with your answer.
So, thank you, Mr. Chair. So, as of now, Mr. Chair, nagkakaroon po tayo ng intel operation and civil military operation to counter this kasi meron pa rin po tayong monitor na na-infiltrate pa rin po yung ating mga white areas or yung natatawag natin na sa mga municipalities or nasa cities. Iba pa po kasi yung red areas na tinatawag din sa mga hinterlands o nasa kabundukan, Mr. Chair.
So, what is your observation, sir, of your, within your EOR? Ano ang posible mangyari na mayroon na palang mga firearms na discovery, sir? Posible na gamitin yan sa comeback activities sa insurgency. What is your observation, sir?
Bali, sa amin, sir, itong mga discovery of firearms, sir, is info po galing sa ating mga FRs or former rebels na sinubong sa atin, sinabi sa atin, para hindi na magamit sa susunod pa, Mr. Chair. And then, sa tingin namin, sa unit namin, wala naman na silang info or yung dati nilang mga hinukay o binaon ng mga firearms. So, that means, Mr. Chair, now, para sa amin is, hindi na sila makakabalik or hindi na magkakaroon ng mga armed travel dito.
Sir, ibig mo sabihin, yung mga firearms na yan, nandyan na, tinatago lang.
Yes, Mr.
So,
Chair.
hindi yan na ibig sabi nga, pinipreparean for their comeback. So, walang ganun.
Mr. Chair.
So, para ma-appease ating mga tao, sir, na, sa MISOC na wala talagang comeback na ginagawa ngayon. Mayroong firearms na tinatago lang, na-discover ninyo.
Yes,
Na
Mr.
ito ang parang noon, ginagamit noon, and now you have discovered it now.
Yes,
So,
Mr. Chair.
is that the correct point, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chair, that's
Okay,
correct.
thank you very much, sir. Any other query from the members on the presentation of the Philippine Army about our peace and order in the city? Wala na. So we proceed now to the little B. Accomplishments, plans, and updates from the Bureau of Fire. So we have our Bureau of Fire Chief. Sir, you have the floor now to report updates.
My respect and honor to our presiding officer, Honorable Mars Tapayan, and all the members of this council. I am Chief Inspector Lloyd Imbileroya. Please allow me to present some of our accomplishment report, the updates, and especially the issues and concern. The presentation in our agenda are the incidents and causes of the fire incidents, and especially the inspections, the fire code fee collections, then the number of personnel in Osamis Fire Station and number of fire trucks and ambulance, then what are the status of our fire trucks, and updates and issues and concern. The fire incident of year 2025, medyo marami-rami, pero 15 lang po. No? Mostly are residential houses, and the most causes is ignition of due to electrical ignition. And today 2026, and for information, this month is a fire prevention month, and we are very thankful because we have encountered only 3 fire incidents, and yung isa lang ang under investigation po, no? Doon sa residential sa Aguada. Still, we will conduct investigation kasi isang bahay pero maraming pamilya na nakatira doon. Then, we'll proceed to year 2025. Merong 4,570 business establishments that we are going to intensify and conduct our fire safety inspection. And I would like to inform this council, Mr. Chair, that the BEP is very strict, very stringent, and we will intensify the conduct of fire safety inspection kasi talagang we are very friend of our Secretary Remulla, sir, Your Honor. Meaning, siya po ang kailangan ng, binigyan kami ng command na we have to intensify the conduct of fire safety inspection. I would like to inform this council that any member of the BEP na nagkakandak ng inspection na walang body cam, dapat dili ipasulod sa inyong establishment, especially business establishment. Dapat may ID na taga Osamis City Fire Station kasi marami ding impostor na gapamaligya og extinguisher. Ang kasagara ra ba pasangilan ang bumbiro. Okay, so hopefully i-erase na namo ang mind, especially the people of Osamis, that wala na'y bumbiro nga mamaligyag fire extinguisher. But we have to recommend that in every establishment, whether private or public, there must have your own fire extinguishers and even your own vehicle. So hopefully you have your own fire extinguishers. Now, meron kaming fire truck na 5, existing ngayon. Ito po ay na manufactured 2008 and then acquired 2009. So, condition pa, running condition, and na-assign to sa Gango Fire Station. And then next, ito po ay under repair and nasa Medicar. Since 1975, batang-bata pa rin, and still today unserviceable kasi problema sa brake. And then ito po ay 1984, during sa President Marcos na ama pa. So still serviceable, pero gakamang na. We are very fortunate today because we have a lot of friends from Chinese volunteer na They were very supportive to us, Mr. Chair, and we are thankful for that. Yung limang Chinese volunteer na very supportive, and they are very very supportive. Anytime, mas mauna pa nga sa amin mag-responde eh. So yun ang papasalamatan namin kasi ang mga fire truck nila, they are running condition. Unlike this one, gakamang. Okay, so this one is annex, still condition, and then this is the new one sa time ni Duterte. Yun. So, then pasalamat mi sa local government for providing this one. Then hopefully, magkaroon kami ng dito sa issues and concern namin, Mr. Chair, that we will be given this aircon for Fimale quarter and to be charged in PPMP, and one set computer desktop, especially na ang mag-issue og FSIC for business permit is on FSIS na. Then office supplies to be charged at the PPMP. Then the repair of fire station, baka pagdating ng 8.0 na magnitude ng earthquake drill, kami pa ang maunang mahugno. So hopefully charged din sa 300,000 na PPMP. Then 2 unit NMAX to be charged by the 20% of the fire code fees, and then itong bao-bao for our fire safety inspectors, and then one set of LCD multimedia projector, especially in the conduct of fire drills and fire safety lectures and seminars to all establishments. So, Mr. Chair, I would like to beg and I move that my presentation will be adopted and approved, especially these issues and concerns. Thank you, and once again, good afternoon.
Yes, thank you, Sir Blenora, for your presentation. Your issues and concerns, have you made a formal letter to our city mayor regarding your concerns, sir? Have you made an official letter?
Yes, sir. We have, I think, twice we have made a letter, and we will always follow it up, and we'll just still patiently wait for the approval of our request.
Did you include in your letter the justifications for your request, sir? Justifications why you are requesting this? Justify your request.
Yes, we have some of the justification, but I would like to justify it right now, sir, that the 2-unit NMAX nga vehicle, motor yan, sir. Actually, fire truck visibility ang tawag namin, sir. That is one of our program. Para usually kasi, mostly sa amin, especially me, I am not familiar with the vicinity of the Osamis. So we will conduct fire truck visibility. However, dahil napakataas ang presyo ng ng diesel, we would like to ask that only motor, especially there are areas na dili mapasukan ng fire truck, so the motor is multi-purpose yan, sir. Yun ang makapenetrate ng mga areas na dili ma-penetrate sa fire truck. So, yun po ang magkakandak ng OLP. Oplan, Ligtas na Pamilyan. Especially sa among area of Tinago na medyo sa amin ni Honorable Luiso na napaka-congested na po ang area namin. Tapos, yung budget po, bao-bao, ganahan kaya mo fire safety inspector nga musakay bao-bao, especially that they will conduct fire safety inspection. Kaya naman ko say atok. That's all one of mga justification po, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir. At least, you already have a letter, official letter to the mayor. You are following up. And we have here our city admin. Ma'am Wano, do you wish to respond in the meantime about that? Is it concerned? Do you have any... you have to compare with the mayor first. Okay, thank you, sir. It will be... We have to follow up with the mayor. Honorable Lim, and then after you, Honorable John Pil, yun lang, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like also to call the attention of our ABC President, Honorable Canlas, na I've heard about annex. Sir, you may sit down sa about the situation sa mga firemen dito sa annex. And then, with your help to bridge the gap between the fire department and the barangay in annex, ma-accommodate ang ilahang lugar para conducive food para sa mga firemen na mamuyo sila dadto and ang mag-duty pod og gabi kanang saktura pod og lugar nga ilang kapunduhan. Importante kay na labi na daghan kay tagbalay danha sa annex. And if you can visit their office in annex, mas labing maayo para ma-address ang mga panginahanglan nila. Thank you.
Honorable Canlas, your name was mentioned by our beautiful lady from Aguada. You may wish to respond to Honorable Lim.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I will notify the barangay captain sa imong request, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir DJ, Honorable Canlas. Okay, Honorable Dondon. Sir Dondon, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sa firefighting, daghan magud ang stakeholder pod, no? Number one is the community. And this is, sa observation mo ako, diri sa naitabo sa latest katong sa Aguada, sir, is isa sa mga hindering factors sa operation sa firefighting is the kaning mga sa karsada ba, which reminded me of the one of the kanang programs under the DILG nga road clearing operations. Murag ni luag bitaw, sir. Daghang kayo ang mga sakyanan, no? Deskilid-kilid nga hindi kabot sa atong firefighters, isa na sa kuan gyud kanang problema kayo. Na daghan po kayo ang mga kanang gagmayng tindahan bitaw nga naa sa mga interiors sa mga barangay. So inigresponde maglisod gyud, no? Maglisod gyud siya, sir. So I bring this up because as stakeholders, ang mga barangay sa siguro basig i-intensify sa nila siguro ang ang road clearing sa ilahang labi na sa mga interiors para in case doon ay mahitabo nga mga sunog, sayon ra ang access padulong dito sa nahitabuan. Kanala, Mr. Chair.
Did Sir Joan's your observation, Sir Dondon, about road clearing operations nga medyo wala na mo Sir Ijel, murag wala na kay pagkabana ang atong mga motorista sa atong road clearing, ng parking sila dugay kayo. So it violates the DLG regulation nga wala yun ng mga balda sa atong mga dalan. Kay sa una, we are very strict, no? Kapanya gani sa tinago ang traffic light, nawala moto memorabilia kay giwala kay road hazard, traffic hazard. So I think we have to go back, no, overview sa atong road clearing regulation, Sir Ejel. You might like to respond to Sir Dondon, Sir Ejel, if you wish.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much for the observation, our CDRRMO. Actually, naatay ginakandak na monthly road clearing inspection together with the fire department, the PNP, and medyo dito na lang focus siguro sa barangay level tungod kay atong mga barangay. Actually, dili man ang DILG, the Bureau of Fire Protection and the Bureau PNP ang gitahasan to implement, but ang gitahas sa amo is to inspect whether or not the barangay officials, especially sa barangay level, gakandak ba og road clearing program. That's why every month nagkandak tag inspections, but there are barangays that siguro like for example sa Tinago and within the city proper, dili gyud makontrol because of our napakikakulangon, like ang atong parking areas, no? Ma-observe na to nga atong dalan sa city proper very narrow, no? Then kung i-widen manggaling atong i-widen himuon pog parkingan, no? So siguro kanang ato na lang ibalik sa liga ng mga barangay president aron ma-intensify ang implementation sa road clearing program. It's true nga it would be a barrier or an obstruction during the operation sa not only sa Bureau of Fire and maybe sa ato pong police in the response to emergency. Don't you worry, Mr. Chair, of course, and that this observation will be
noted and be taken action during the Liga ng mga Barangay meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir Ejel.
Mr. Chair.
At least, Honorable Canlas is always present in our PC meeting now. No, you can bring it out in one of your agenda items, your meeting, monthly meeting, kanang topic. Kay ang mga barangay officials kung aktibo, dili man na pulipilit ng mga road blockage, no, sa atong mga dalan. Anyway, you invite Sir Ejel also in your meeting. You usually invite Sir Ejel. So, mabing out sa inyong meeting, Honorable Canlas, no? Sa inyong regular monthly meeting, kanang road clearing sa dalan, kaya na parking karon nga, dual parking, na. Sa una, wala man na. Di ba na, karon balik na po. So, makabati na sa itong mga fire departments in case of emergency na sunog, malangan sila tungkol sa mga road blockage sa dalan. So, Honorable Jampil, you have a point? Honorable Sod?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Doon na lang ko short of clarification, Honorable Chair, to our BFP Fire Marshal with regards sa yan na-mention kaganina sa mga fire trucks na concern nga medyo gakamang na medyo nakuha lang sa kondalonggan gamay nga kung saan nila pag-response in pila ka minutes kung nagkamang ato mga fire truck, tanan ba nagkamang o doon ay mga katulang ihang i-present nga duha or tulo ka mga nagkamang, and how many pilay target sa during silang response doon ay mga sunog, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Sir Bilirura, you may respond, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much for your concern. Actually, yung mga 1984, yun po ang medyo gakamang. At saka yung 79. So, gusto na namin na beyond economic repair, pero wala may capacity. Kaya maingon pa man ang mga katulang duha, Your Honor, and then tatlo, actually, gadagan dito. So, ang among trabaho na lang yung dalawa is to supply water. Okay. So, meaning, dili na gid siya the same dati, nga iyang performance is, muna among giterm nga gakamang kay we should, naman ko tayo 911, meaning in just 1 minute call, dapat in just 9 minutes, nakaabot na mo dito sa area. So, gikamang ang among term, kay gani, ang among term na Your Honor, is gakamang because dili na gid maayo ang performance just like sa katong bago pa. So, thank you for your concern, and Mr. Chair, lastly, can I take this opportunity to say thank you especially sa akong boss, Sir Ejel Bedra, especially enhancement sa mga sipag, because ang sipag manggod, ang BIPAT, gina-continue na mo, sila ang ga-support sa amo sa barangay.
Proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Continue our enhancement. And of course, to ang city administrator for helping us, especially the business permit, that we will issue FSIC for business permit as requirements in granting the business permit, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Ma'am Tessa. And of course, to ang for especially helping us in the processing of FSIC for occupancy. Thank you, Ma'am Alanik. Thank you so much, especially our counterpart in granting the occupancy permit. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. We now have City Engineer Ma'am Alanik, but we still don't have the obo, wapate obo. No? But we have our City Engineer. Wapate obo, no? Wala pa. Okay. Honorable Janpel.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I have one more, last one, clarification to our Fire Marshal. Sa presentation kaganina, Mr. Chair, sa taong Fire Marshal is January to March 2025, we have 1,339 establishment gana inspection. And now for 2026, for the first quarter, we have 79 only establishment gana inspection. What's the problem, Mr. Chair?
Sa last year, Sir Bilirura, you have expected 139. Karon 79 first quarter. So why the difference?
Last year, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, is wala pa to'y body cam. And then the last year, actually the Secretary of the LG is Secretary Abalos pa. Okay, so this coming, Kimberly Bago na, Secretary. Ito yung nakapag-delay sa aming conduct of inspection, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, because tungod atong body cam. Meaning, kinanglan pa na mo ang body cam ang tawag nun? I-install, at the same time, i-activate. So yun po ang nakapag-delay. However, we will assure you, your Mr. Chair, na ang duration kasi ng FSIC for business permit is 1 year. Meaning, most of the establishments is wala pa nag-expired ang ilang FSIC for business permit. Meaning, pwede pa may makakandak. Kay, ang amo lang gi-cater is katulang yung January, February na tanan establishment, business establishments, kinahanglan nga ma-process ang ilahang business permit. So meaning, we will continue until December 15 ng inspection. So, we will, as I've said, we will intensify the conduct of fire safety inspection. So hopefully, di na sila mga tulog sugod karon. Then until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, makakandak kami. I can assure you, Mr. Chair, na makaya na mo nag-start.
How many body cams do you have? If you're
7, I think. 7. Then ang 7 na siya. Ang isa rin mag-body cam, then ay body. So all in all, 14 ka fire safety inspectors will conduct every day sa fire safety inspection.
Okay.
Then most probably na ay 10. Depende ka sa kapaspas, especially our admin, kung among isang paspas kayo niya mo conduct inspection. So he can conduct fire safety inspection in just 1 day to 10. So hopefully this 4,570 establishments will be inspected. Aside from that, napami mga residential houses inspection, Mr. Chair. So I can assure you, Mr. Chair, that nadugay lang yun because of the body cam.
So your query, Honorable Jampel, is satisfied? Okay na? Oh. So any other query? Sir, in blue, please identify yourself for the record and then proceed.